Hi there, Brainwashed Zealots. This is Joshua here coming at you today. I just had this really cool idea, and I know you're probably offended by the title of this, but I wanted to share this with you, that Jesus is the author of hate. I know this is like, it's pretty hardcore to say that, Jesus taught hate. Jesus teaches us to hate everybody. And I'm like, yeah, actually he does. I'm going to read this to you. I'm going to duck down here so I can see it, but it says, "If any man come to me and hate not his father, his mother, his wife, and his children, and brethren, and his sisters, and yea, his own life also, he cannot be my disciple." We are taught by Jesus Christ to hate everyone, even ourselves. We are taught to hate everybody. And what does that mean? Well, let me break it down for you, because that is a pretty hardcore thing to say, that Jesus Christ said that we are supposed to hate everything. And in fact, there's an opposite to this. He says that if you love your brother or father or sister or mother more than me, or even life more than me, you're not worthy to be my disciple. So that's the issue. Okay, we're supposed to love God. Then after that, we love Jesus. And then after that, we hate everybody else. Now, I'm going to explain to you what the difference between a godly hate and a satanic love. Okay? A satanic love and a godly hate are two separate things. Okay? So, now, I'm going to ask you a question. Okay? If the devil comes up to you and says, "I love you, man. I love you more than I love anybody else. You complete me." Now, the devil being a being of pure self-conceit, conceited destruction and death and evil and vileness and blah, 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 blah. He's just a horrible, 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 horrible person. Now, if that person loves you to the ultimate limit that they're able, what is the nicest thing this being of pure evil could do for you? I'll let you think on that for a second. Think about it. Okay. Now, the answer is ding, 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 nothing. Okay. If you are a being of absolute evil and spite and loathing and destruction and everything, and I love this person, and I know that if I ever get involved with that person, their whole life is going to turn to, fecal matter, I will remove myself from them because I don't want to see them hurt. If everything I touch turns so bad, that I will remove myself from them because I just don't want to see them fall. Okay? That is a satanic love. I know that everything I touch falls apart, so I'm going to leave you alone. That is the best the devil can do for somebody he loves, is to remove himself completely from their life. Now, going to a godly hatred. Now, if we are not to hate our mother, our father, our sister, our brother, our own lives, even your disciples, this means that if any of them get between you and God, you remove yourself from them with that godly hatred. That means that you say, you know what? You get no more blessings from God. Wipe your hands off and walk away. That is the worst thing God can do to you, is if he's a being of ultimate love, ultimate blessings, just kindness abounds, charity, and everything he touches just turns into flowers and love and hearts and butterflies and everything like that. Now, if he hates you, this being of pure love and goodness and all this stuff, if he loves you and if he absolutely despises you and he thinks you are the worst person on the planet, even though he's this being of ultimate love and grooviness, what's the worst thing he can do to you? He can just say, "Peace out, I'm walking this way." Because he's not going to hurt you. He's not going to do anything to you because he loves you, and he doesn't want, he loves everybody, but you are a horrible person, so he's like, yeah, I'm just going to walk this way, okay? I love you, but, yeah, I'm going that way. Bye. So, this is the difference between a godly hatred and a demonic love. a demonic, and ironically, a demonic love and a godly hatred would be exactly the same thing. They remove themselves from the situation so that they do not influence the situation. That's the only thing that happens. The devil removes himself from the situation so his evil will not influence the situation. He doesn't want to hurt anybody. So he removes himself. Okay, I love that person, I'm going to remove myself. God is ultimate love, but when he hates somebody, the only thing he does is he removes himself so that his love and goodness doesn't influence anybody. So, for us, as we're supposed to practice this godly love, well, that too, but we're also supposed to practice this godly hatred, is that when people are in alignment with the Word, and this is on a moment-to-moment basis, only manifesting in the present, never holding grudges or never looking to the front, but just right now in the present. In the present, we are supposed to remove ourselves from those people that separate us from God. As if somebody puts up a roadblock, drop them. If they get between you and God, drop them. Say, somebody invites you to go out trick-or-treating. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that because that's ungodly. I'm going to separate myself from you. Well, we've been hanging out for all these weeks and now you don't want to hang out? I'm like, yeah, Halloween, don't celebrate it. I'm not going to go trick-or-treating with you. Bye. Peace out. But, this is the same scenario. I have friends that will remain nameless because I love them and I've known them my entire life. But that are thieving on a regular basis. They steal a lot. Well, I don't know if they still do, but they used to, and we used to be friends back then. But he used to hook up his friends. He used to steal food for them, and they'd eat it and blah blah blah. And I'd be like, dude, I love hanging out with you. Let's hang out. And he's like, well, I'll bring you over some pork chops and some, I don't even know. He lobster and blah blah blah. Well, that's all ungodly food. But my point is it's T-bone ribs or whatever. I don't know. Food, good, fantastic wine, and just freaking awesome, expensive food. He would always say, hey, I'll bring over some awesome food. I'm like, okay. Is it stolen? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, sorry, I can't do that. Remove myself. I didn't love him any less. I just removed myself from him. I can't abide by that kind of mentality. I can't abide by you being a thief. That's an ungodly thing. Thou shalt not steal. So I'm like, remove myself. As soon as this stealing thing is no longer an issue, we're right back together. We're like brothers. We grew up together. So it's like, I'm not going to ditch the guy. But if he steps on him, tries to separate me from God, then there's a division, and he knows that, and I love him, and he loves me, and nothing's ever going to change that, but he knows not to get in the way between me and God, and that's just how a relationship works. So, I hope this explains to you that there is a difference. We are supposed to practice hate, but we're supposed to practice hate in a godly way, and that means that if somebody tries to get in the way of God, then we drop them like a bad habit, and it doesn't matter what it is, a job, a friend, a family member, mother, father, sister, brother, yea, even your own life. If any of that gets in the way of your relationship with God, drop it. It's just the way it works. If your parents are teaching you something that contradicts Scripture, drop them. You got to. I did it with my parents, and it was hard. It was really, really hard. I still don't talk to my dad, and my mother and I just don't talk about religion at all. But yeah, so I hope this blesses you. Practice godly hatred. I'm serious. Practice it. Walk off the word. Drop it. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. So yeah. Worst thing a godly person can do is ignore you. Yeah. Alright, peace. Can you wave goodbye to the camera?